Before I start, I just want to say, if you are a redeemer with headphones on, please turn your volume down. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all already know what happens when I am back. NewJeans. Bunnies. Hey, guys.
Bunnies around me.
I'm Zach.
I'm Nick.
I'm Curtis.
I'm Kay.
I'm Pete.
I'm Julio.
We have a new song by NewJeans called Zero.
Ooh.
Let's just jump into it.
I know it's like a Coke sponsorship.
Let's get it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I made me thirsty.
Y'all on Coke for not voting for them.
Yeah, Coke sponsorship.
Coca-Cola.
It's a bunny.
The bunny. It's kind of funny you mentioned the headphones too.
God's here.
I'll say I just want to watch your head. Nice little tag-ins. Liking the vocals and the register that this is in.
Some good advertisement.
Yeah, really. It's nice fade out effect too.
Tunnel. He's like, oh.
Nice.
Narnia. Say. Wait, shit. No Coke never made me feel like that.
For real.
But not from the king.
Like, right, I'm about to say. They going in on that Coke.
Literally.
He is a collab.
This is hilarious. This is hilarious.
Nice sign.
So it's actually a Coke commercial.
I was just gonna ask that.
It's like it was a collab.
That makes way more sense.
I was
They
like,
said this is the most controversial Coca-Cola song ever.
Sheesh.
For real?
what?
This commercial got more views than some other
It did.
songs.
That's the bad
Some
part.
other people's
It charted. It charted
because it's
number
charted.
one. That's why it's controversial. Like Coca-Cola song.
Wait, people mad because it's charted?
In a way, yeah.
Because it's
And then really like
Because it charted. Like,
fans
yeah,
are
like-
confused at the chorus, but it's
Yeah, because it was
It
like.
felt more love song-ish, I would say.
at first, and then you
yeah,
hear the
that's why
chorus.
it took me a different
Yeah.
direction for sure.
Wow, they love
I
Coke
like-
Zero.
I mean, yeah, definitely. Like,
Yeah, because
that
last,
comes across, but-
last time I seen a joint like this was Rain and a couple other people did like a whole Pepsi thing.
commercial, yeah.
So
Was
it
it a
happens.
song or was it a
It
commercial?
was
song.
it was
Legit song?
it was a legit song, but it was a commercial. Literally everything is, and I mean, I'm not shocked to see this. If you watch one DJ Khaled video, it's like it's Ciroc, it's this, it's Beats headphones, it's Mercedes, it's this. So we're used to advertisements, even in film. It happens. This is blatant.
Audi.
Yeah, this
Audi
is
sponsored this film.
this is blatant, but this is cute. But I also
will say
think this is
there-
a part of the culture as well too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely something that's a little bit of a separation, I would say, because you know how like if product placement is seen, oftentimes it'll be like the B plot or something like that, as opposed to being like
The focal point,
the
the egg.
focal point of everything. So I do think that this was being the vocal point was throwing me off like a little bit as far as kind of like I did like everything that they were doing as far as like the vocals, especially in the beginning, the register. It had like a really kind of soothing and calm tone to it as well. And I did like when the beat picked up a little bit of that drum pattern felt like it was kicking in.
Yep.
So I liked all those aspects, and I certainly think musically, like just on a music level, as far as what they brought to it, I mean they did like amazing on it. As far as the listenability, if that's a word, I guess, for the track for me itself, I don't know. It might take a couple listens just to kind of get past a little bit how I'm supposed to feel, I suppose, as far as like the product placement, or as far as like the applications in which I would like want to listen to it, I suppose. But I do like everything as far as like what they brought to the track and everything. The video is like super creative and everything.
Yeah.
So I think all that is like really fun. And honestly too, just like as a side note, but I feel like commercials are so like kind of like have to be so abrupt and in your face kind of nowadays that it feels really nice just to kind of see like the presentation of a product kind of done in such a like kind of calm and elegant way. And I guess that's because they have 3 minutes to kind of tell that story as opposed to like 15 seconds or something. But I think they did a great job with everything like that, certainly in the directing as well. And honestly, just shout out to NewJeans as well, because this being like a very new group to get like a big product like that as far as like the
Yes.
advertising and everything, it really speaks to
Yes.
kind of their reach and everything that's out there. And I do like how they balance it between, because obviously Coke is going to have a lot of applications out here in the West and everything. So I did think that the uses of balancing the English kind of with the Korean or Hangul were done pretty well as well.
Yeah, two things. One, this is interesting because, like I said, the Pepsi joint with Rain, and I think NCT had one with Samsung. Those were more so kind of songs that just fit around the product that they were trying to pitch. This is a little bit more in your face because they literally just, it was Coca-Cola, come taste it, come catch it, blah, blah, blah. Second thing is they didn't say anything about them, the controversy being with the lyrics as far as like just the chorus.
Just a course.
I mean, it's no way in the world people gonna tell me they was cool with Cookie, but got a problem with this when this is literally talking about soda. Like I don't see no heavy innuendo.
doesn't
Well, I
like it
feel
would be
like in the
fans
beginning
that
is like
feel
they're
that
real nice and wholesome, but really or I say, they're kind of little naughty girls or something because they're, they got the bad girl type of look, and maybe that's subliminally or having to refer with like Coke Zero, like sugar. There is no sugar, but you could still be bad and naughty without any sugar. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I didn't really. I don't know.
I think this would be the wrong group then to go with that approach, just because their vibe has been more so a breath of fresh air in K-pop in the sense of like they really feel like like young girls, like more so targeting maybe 14-year-olds as opposed to a girl group who might be targeting 20-year-olds, if that makes sense. So it's people, and I've tried to like watch my words or just try to like be very open, because sometimes people say outside of the language barrier, y'all saw the Korean explain, sometimes they'll say or do things and it'll be seen more as cutesy, or it'll be for a particular reason, versus over here, if somebody's daughter might say something, it might be like, shut your fresh mouth, or like, or you might be like, yo, that's not cool, versus, what might be cool somewhere else.
Right.
So I try to be a little bit more like open. This didn't feel offensive.
It makes sense.
What happened?
So
He's our fact checker.
apparently, the hook in this Coca-Cola is a famous Korean video.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
and that's the chorus.
It's
Context is key.
Context is key. Okay.
So that's actually super dope that they
That's
It's
creative
incorporated
though.
this.
That they were able to
Okay.
kind of tie that in
That's
they
together.
made
right.
that
That's
this the
right.
chorus
Makes
is what they're
Right.
singing.
And that fits in with their wholesome things because that's just a video.
Yeah, grandma was
you know what I mean?
going
His grandma was going off and like included it, and it's just wholesome now. It's just like, okay, cool. I would have, like, I was just about to say, if they get rid of the Coca-Cola is tasty, I would listen to that on repeat because it's a vibe. You know what I mean? It's chill. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, I can write to this, or I can like play a calming video game to this or whatever.
See, look,
but
right there, like they're. You know what I mean?
but
Like, they're real
now
wholesome
that I
and
know
then-
the context, I don't want to remove
turned
that.
up.
I don't
turned up.
want to remove that chorus. So yeah, it's fire.
Yeah, because it was one of those
Yeah.
things, and I'm not like going to just give y'all a little bit more context. First off, this group is amazing. Let me put that out first. And I have almost all the songs we've listened to downloaded and stuff. Cookie was the only song that kind of was a step back in like most of our opinions because the group was so wholesome, and a lot of the lyrics come across as just kind of like yeah, it almost felt that way. Like I made a cookie for you, come taste it. But then people were in the comments and essentially they were saying like, well, in Korea, that's kind of like a gesture. That's really like I made you cookies,
Food is a love
like
language.
food is a love language.
I need to go to Korea.
But specifically cookie though, because over here cookie means specific.
I need to go over there. Shout out to
Yeah,
y'all.
and that's when
that's
it's like cultures kind of conflict because it's just like, well, my interpretation of cookie could mean something else if someone is saying, come taste it or something else. But they was like, no, it's in the wholesomest manner. They meant like that.
But it's also that affection too, where it's like if you don't want to tell someone you like them necessarily, you might gesture in kind of calm ways to kind of show that you care about them.
I want cookies now.
That fits in
That's
with
why I
the whole aspect.
You got some cookies, bro? I'm on a diet, bro.
What'd you find that?
Yeah.
All right, so two more things. Coca-Cola is tasty is the Korean version of Any Mini Miny Mo. It comes from children who are in a dilemma of whether to drink Coke again, even though they have been getting gassy or not. In the end, they asked Dr. Chuck Cheok, a walking Wikipedia in Korea, which one is correct. The other one, Coca-Cola's Tasty chorus, was a traditional Korean children's game melody. Koreans have been familiar with this melody for at least 20 years. It is like a traditional play melody like Mungawa, flower from Squid Games. It's amazing to use old traditional game melodies in a commercial.
Okay, so that makes sense. This might be the equivalent to like ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
But honestly, for something to be there for
Good
over
enough.
20 years and have that melody and to
Red
use that,
Robin.
that's honestly incredible.
Basically, yum,
Okay, I was like Red Robin.
yum.
Oh, that reminded me of the Ted thing. Like, where's he at? He's like,
1-800.
It's like it's my cash and I want it now. It's like, I know. What JG? What were 877 cash now?
GG Wormworth.
See?
877 cash now.
someone just popped up from behind the
Cash
camera.
now.
Yeah. Nah, did y'all have more points though that y'all want to get off though? Anything in particular? Anything else?
No, this was fire, honestly.
No, it's good.
Yeah,
It's tough to balance all the things they had to balance within the
Yeah.
song, and for them to get the opportunity to do so for such a big product and everything, it just really speaks to their reach and everything. And the fact that as Zach had said, it's also charting and everything too, like just up and up for them.
And thank you for the context, Zach.
yeah.
Right.
For
That was
sure.
That made me
more info we
understand
needed to
more.
understand
Context
part of
is
the video, which was key.
Yeah.
That was hot. That was real
But
hot.
that is it too. Sometimes context is key, and I do like
No
that.
doubt.
Most of the redeemers that are like here, they are open minded because we've had a lot of situations where we were very like either not brash, but we would just kind of give like our gut feeling or kind of our reaction from the rip, and it'd be like, we got to look at it from like another angle. It's a lot of
It's
people. I think
understandable,
almost maybe 70% of people watching this content could be females. So if it's a panel full of all men and
Right,
we're kind of
right.
projecting or giving something, they might be like, hold on, fellas, like.
true.
Okay, I'm sorry if I take it back everything I said. This is a real wholesome video. And I love Coke. I love Coke Zero. Sponsor
Nah,
us?
but we do like it just because we get into those things like when we did G Idol with the tomboy thing.
Yeah.
And it just was like, well, I think that tomboys are like this. And then when you ask two
Yeah.
women, they just like, well, no, I think it's this.
Right.
And I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm a man. I can't tell women how to feel or what to do
Yeah.
or anything.
And I'm like,
but I
you're-
can give you my opinion on something
Right.
and respectfully.
From a man.
But I was like, that discussion was like, we are two tomboys. Like me and my sister are just. We were raised like that, but you know that's another discussion.
Yeah.
Anyway, it sort of reminded me almost of Wayne's World, though. Remember when they Wayne's World were doing all they were doing their product placement. It was like Pepsi,
Oh, the Pepsi,
the choice
the
of a new
choice.
generation, and all that stuff. So yeah, I liked it. Now with the context, again, thank you for that,
That's exactly what made me like it.
Zach. It makes sense and it's more wholesome. It adds to their, persona and all that stuff. So yeah, it's good. I love it. And I love the vibe. I love the whole going out on the bus because I've had those days. It's just sitting on the bus and just, you know what I mean, going in, so, because I lived in New Zealand. So I was just sit on the beach, sit on the bus, walk on the beach. So it reminds me of that and I appreciate that. Now I'm done.
Yeah, jump in the comments. Tell us how y'all felt about this. Definitely give us some more information. Y'all know we like learning new things. Like that's the whole point of this channel is to experience new things, meet new people, experience like new music so our music palette can get bigger. We love y'all. We holla at y'all.
Love y'all.
Peace.